Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play of the game Star Citizen episode 413, and I'm finally in 3.17. It's my first look at it. Really, I didn't really do much here. I jump in and out and talk now as I'm editing it for in little bits, when at the time what I said then wasn't that much, so let's get to it, shall we? Guess it still slows over. Do I not get my Oh, that's better. I've got a table in front of me. Oh, here. Oh, okay. This area is pretty good. Just no, I've got this up on top of it. So as you can see here, I've just cut away from what I was saying at the time. I'm just basically having a quick look at stuff, 317. As you see here, I'm changing the paints for my red paints I like best. Checking the equipment, was it white, was it not, etc. And what the new features are, like I believe refueling was added to this, that sort of thing. So I'm checking if there's anything new in the mobiGlas and stuff, as you'll see in a second. But first, look at the red freelance. If I'm not mistaken, in 316, the paint broke for this. So it's back, yeah baby. I think my Sabre one and some of the other paints weren't working in 316, so that's good. But let's move on to some of the other stuff. Again, these are more little busy things. Hopefully it won't take too much of the episode for you. Like, make sure you got enough food, as you can see here. Make sure I eat, I'm carrying some, etc. And of course that includes ice cream. See, definitely worth taking a look, he said. Also got a minute jog on your left, bud. As you see. As you can see, you stop off to have a drink. See the bartender works for a brand new patch. See if he gets it done here. Remember 317 people. But of course, as of editing this on the 26th of September 2022, the current version live is 17.2, not 17.0. I want to class this one as. Anyway, he sees me do my drink. That's a good sign for the 317 patch, isn't it? And as you can see, checking the bar guy out. Here he comes, he brings my drink. A little jerky there, but he's brought it. So now I can take a swig of it, a spec or whatever, and I grabbed it. I had a little bit of bug here. I found when you hit the inventory button, you see the bars getting caught there. I had a similar one back in the hab as well, if you were standing too close to the table or something. Of course I want to take my drink with me. Open glass with liquid in, ice creams and all that, yeah. Carrying them on, whatever. And you see, some time later, I was getting kitted out. As you see, I bought a bunch of backpacks, and I had some more stuff recorded for that day. Unfortunately, the main footage for that got corrupted. I had to have a little folder that's got the sound on it, and I actually called it the footage was lost or something like that. I got back on it afterwards, after trying to record that the same day, so I'll start picking from that in a second. So I'll see you in a second, everyone. Okay, so you can see I'm getting up here again. You know, I'm going to be cutting little bits in there, otherwise you've got basically roughly 4 or 5 hours to watch otherwise, so I want to cut it down. You can see I'm getting on the train. And again, I won't be showing every time I get the train, otherwise again you probably see about 5 or 6 times in this episode. So, because I've gone through editing the parts I want, here I'm in the spaceport, and I've got roughly, I've done about 5 days before we get something else, and I've done the first 2 days all in this episode for you. As you can see here, I told you about footage I lost. Do you know, there's like half an hour, hours plus. Well, I actually went on to do a mission. Cannot for the life of me remember what the mission was for. But I'm waiting my ship. It was probably I was probably trying to do hand mining, or I was probably trying to do atmosphere bounties or something, or bunker. But I lost the footage, and like I said, I'm editing this now on the 27th. Yeah, it actually past midnight. It's when I started the first 3 minutes. Yeah, 27th September. It's 12:13 now. Not been able to do any more to other than putting these parts in. So I'm waiting on my ship to recall back here, and as you can see, I've asked her some jokes. She did 2 or 3 repeatedly, so I've took them out, but the ones that she didn't, I've let her explain in a second. And I will be jumping back and forth when it's my... Listen to her.
Dangerous.
My speech around the time, like, that's coming up in a second. I'll be quiet when you hear me in a second from back then. All of them.
All of them.
So you can tell with my all of them comment, I've heard it before. I got a little bit bored here, like I said, I'm waiting on my ship to come back. I can't remember if I 30k'd or if I crashed or lost but during that time period. But anyway, I'm waiting on my ship.
Hi, and welcome to the new baggage.
And I've noticed she's a hologram. She's not really a hologram. She's actually a person. Like, I don't play character physical eyes. You can see. I just noticed I was pushing her. I was physically pushing her. I've kept this bit in because you see what happens in a minute. Look, this. Like, that's a hologram. I could not be physically on top of her. Yeah, I am. I was like, oh. And my own speech back in the time period coming up in a second. So let me be quiet a sec. Oh no. Also, you might have picked out on that oh no part the rapid click 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 as I'm trying to get loose, and then like she's like ducking headbutting me. Because like I said, at this time I was just testing the new stuff out, so I wasn't planning to maybe put this in unless stuff interesting happened. So that's why I wasn't talking that much. Also, there was a part when action started. A bit later on, I'll get to it. I wanted to talk, I couldn't, because the minute the action started, and you know, we started, you have to just pause it. A dog just wouldn't shut up, and I mean it wouldn't shut up. It was not my dog, it was MJ's. Another dog just would not shut up. And again, I think I cut some bits out of it, but it's probably like 30 minutes, at least 40 minutes. This dog barking the whole time. And if I kept it in, you would have heard me, oh, shut up, because I wanted to talk, and I can't, because it was basically like, the whole thing, like, oh, you're kidding me. So when I can actually record directly for you, I couldn't at that point. I'll get to that in a bit. And you see, I kept this in because you see, I struggle trying to get free. It's like my foot was floating on her face a minute ago. And like I'm trying emotions, I wipe my visor, been trying to jump. If I kept the non-speech in, you'd hear it, like when I spoke earlier. You might actually hear it again in a second. So looking on my recording, it's coming up with another speech thing I've kept in there. So I'll get to that in a second. So they're looking like trying force spawn, all this stuff. Again, when I'm doing this, it's edited, so it's in a small and it's blurry, the writing for me right now. When you see it and it's spawned, it won't be like that, and it wasn't on the day. So I can't 100% read exactly what I'm putting here. I'm just giving up, exiting. And here's me from the day. I'm so stuck. Yeah, very to the point, like, just stuck. Anyway, like you can see there, like this, I was like, why has she got like a fan on her? What the hell is blowing her? She got something under there, especially keep herself cool down below. Stuff like that I was just noticing, and I was carrying on. Again, whole train ride cut out there for you, etc. As you can see, how much extra stuff would have been in this. That's just me running around. My handle key and like back freelancer red. Got my well, it's not called freelancer red. I mean, it's got the red paint on it again. Because remember, I think it was the last patch it wasn't working, so I'm glad it was back. You can see back into my little beauty. I'm taking off, obviously skipped me getting the seat and everything. And you see, there's 317, remember? So obviously all the server meshing and all the entry, what they're slowly putting in, you know, getting it to Gen 12 and all that stuff, and the Vulcan, all that slowly going in, it's not there yet. And I always find when the first main patch comes out, like if it's 316, 315, 34, whatever, the game runs like poop in comparison. When you get to 16.1, I'm in combat here. And this is where I believe the dog started barking, so I could actually talk over it for you. Like I'm saying, like 316.1, 314.1, if they're 0.2s even. The game generally runs a lot better. It's like they get the code out, find the problems, get it sorted, and it's better for 0.1, 0.2. And as now, as recording this, wow, I get a bit nasty with me there. 317.2 we currently on. I have not done much with it other than the event, so I bet if with the event not being on, that's probably running really good right now. Obviously, I could be wrong. You put in the comments, no, 317.2 is running horrible right now. Because I was watching some of the Sauce's official stuff, and this, I think they said around November, halfway November, they're aiming for 318. With, like, you know, the assistant stuff that coming into it officially. Well, the first stage of it, you know, basically one shard per server, I think that they're doing it. The eventual goal would basically, you know, shards bigger, control every server. The first starting stuff of it is. Also here, I don't think I was using G, unless I'm mistaken. Because you remember when you freelancer, you have 3 different versions of it. I can't tell if I was using it or not. Basically, when you hit G, it goes to like the round mode, the one where you specifically aim yourself. I think I'm using a Pacific one there, unless I'm mistaken. I know after I definitely go to G. Again, I probably forgot about all at this point. You see him struggling taking this guy out. Boom, there we go. But like I said, I wanted to talk for this part and maybe start the episode officially for you. But all the way through this, if I didn't take it out, all you'd hear is a dog. Literally for like 30-40 minutes. A dog going off. Bark, 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 bark. And me getting very, very annoyed at it. Like, shut up! Like, why won't we shut up? Why is it barking so much? Just stop! And because it's not my dogs, I have no control over it. Another reason why I want to be physically moved. And I'm not sure when this episode's even going out, but again, as the 27th of September, we've now been told apparently January. What, no offence, we were told last December, January last year, and then next thing, when January came it was February, March, and when February, March came it was May, and etc, etc. Then July, no dates after July, and now we're told January, so I kind of feel it's just the same running around as last year, but we'll see, maybe it's actually correct this time, maybe I will be finally moving in January. The whole point of moving was, they said, oh yeah, December the 1st latest, but you should be able to move in before October. It would be tough, but we might be able to do it before October. In other words, before Aurora was born. And we're about to come up to October soon, for her first birthday. We're supposed to be moved, I was hoping before she was even born. So, because she's getting bigger, so it's getting harder, because we didn't have enough space for her to begin with. So it's made everything hard, so much harder. Where if we could have moved, got her own room like she's supposed to have, and all that stuff. And that's another thing, one of the builders lied to our faces. We were physically with him, with Aurora, and SupernovaTiffy asked, will we be moved in before October, before her birthday? And he's, yes, I can promise that. You'll be in before July ends. And he said that to our faces. Lied, basically. Because apparently he doesn't do his job properly, and if he hasn't been let go, he's getting let go now. Because of, he's not only us, he's done it with it's other people, so. But I just think it's very low when you can see when newborn baby will want to move in, because she needs her own space, she needs her own room. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let's get back to that's what I'm here for. The citizen. As you see, I'm struggling with these. Can I tell what ship that is? I think my radar, I'm a freelancer now, ever since they moved it off your top HUD. It used to be like, you know, with your helmet and it was all on your helmet. I think it's on the bottom screen, so I can't see because I have 4 screens. And as you can tell, as I fire, it's faster, so theoretically, somebody in my turret who I don't have is more made for taking out fighters. That's why I'm struggling with this thing, and it could be an M50, it might be a Gladius. Also, they're possibly more nimble or quicker. Make it harder for me to hit. You know, I do more damage if I can actually hit the things. But yeah, again, all this segment, I couldn't talk in it. Or then again annoyed because it was nothing. And literally, I couldn't believe it when I came to edit it. It was like the dog just wouldn't stop. It was like, you know, someone just turned a dog and just go, ruff, ruff, ruff. And I mean, 30-40 minutes, it's ridiculous. And as soon as I started doing the battle, I'm trying to keep all this battle in here for you. Also, I've said before, I think it was a few episodes ago, that I believed since 17 started, I was going straight into the expo, or whatever it was called. Well, I didn't realise I had these ones, but basically, the way I've got it on my file set up here, what I'm showing you now, as I called it, is 317 day 1, try and get out. And this video includes all the stuff from that, and also 317 day 2, try and get out. So when this video finishes, we're going to have a 317 day 3 trying it out. So I don't know what's in there. 2 hours, 6 hours, whatever. Have a look at that. I also have a 317 day 4, 317 day 5. 317 day 6. 317 day 7. I think I said earlier 5. I didn't know it was 7. Huh, day 7. And then I believe it finally jumps to Invistus, if I'm not mistaken in my setup here. Yeah, I've got 317.1 day 1, 317.1 day 2, what I've actually called Pirate Swarm. 317.1 Pirate Swarm with Tiffy try 1. So Tiffy's going to be back on it for a bit when I finally get to that part. And then I got 317.1 Invistus 2952 finally. And then in that I think it's got something like 5 days in it. And then the next fart folder I've got to edit is Siege of Horizon 17.2. That's the first Siege. I know they did a recent one about a week or so ago, what I didn't get on during that time. So I got so much backlog and so much stuff on the channel I'm behind I'm trying to do. So basically, and I've still got to edit these, as you can see. It's quite a lot to get through. But basically, once that's done, unless I record some other Star Citizen, we're finally caught up. And depending when this goes out, we may already be on 318. We may be already on 318, but you can see I haven't got as much as I did before, because before that I had basically like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and each one of them was with Chris, well, Plurality, 6+ hours worth of footage, and a lot of that was really good stuff. So I probably end up, I don't know on average how much I cut out of them, but if you look at the 6 hours, maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. So there's a lot of good episodes in them. Like these, as you can see, I've got like 4 hours in, I think it's like 4 hours out, that's 8 hours, and I cut it down to about 50 minutes or an hour, whatever the length of this episode is, for 2 days. So that's, as you can see, so depending what's in there, is depending how quickly I'm going to get these editing out. I'm hoping I could maybe put day 3, 4 together. Maybe day 5 with it, I don't know. And then maybe 6 and 7. So that's 2 more episodes, and then we're on, you see what I'm saying? Then we're finally starting point 1 with the Pirate Swarms. There's one with Tiffy, and then Invictus. Again, 5 days. Hopefully I can do that over 3 or 4 episodes. And then the Siege. We'll see. Because I got a feeling with the CitizenCon coming up and the next Ship Expo coming up, from basically the one to do with the Ship Showdown stuff, will be coming up soon. So obviously I'll probably want to get and jump on that each day or every other day, depending how they've done it, and if possibly bring Plurality involved. So we may have another set of 4 or 5 episodes sitting there, and then hopefully I can get through this stuff, and then hopefully next year I can actually move in January. And then once that's done, I can sit down, and most of this backlog is already out for you, and then I can sit down and start recording some of the new stuff at 318 and everything, fingers crossed, and get back more on track. And I wouldn't mind at that point, when this backlog's done, jumping on like once every 3 weeks or something with Plurality, if he's willing to, doing a 6-hour session, and then, you know, editing that over the next 3-4 weeks or whatever. I wouldn't mind doing that. That'd be quite cool if I could. Or if he can't get on, I'll jump on myself. And then also try and play a bit more in my spare time, what I haven't been able to do this year particularly. This is probably since the game I've had access to it officially, and I mean going back to the Hunger days. This is probably the out of all the years I've had this access to this game. And I think the Hunger came in 13, didn't it? 14 came the Arena Commander. It's probably the least I played because of the channel and everything, and with Aurora, and of course. And if we can move in January, then be February, March, she's getting older. So it should start easing off a little bit, because she should start hopefully being able to communicate with her better. You know what I'm saying? She won't be directly next to me when she wants to go sleep or play the playpen or whatever. While I'm recording, I can go in the room and record. I have the monitor on and come back to her and play with her a bit, etc. You know, and make sure she's okay, all that good stuff. Oh, speaking of which, looks like I'm landing after that mission, and I had something to say back then. Let's see what I said. No. I left that in, but I've actually no clue what I said. Trouble is, because I wasn't recording directly for the channel, I was kind of mumbling more, as you noticed. I also noticed I swore a lot more at certain points. What? I might keep them in, we'll see. Here's what someone else said back then. Oh my god, seriously? Oh, I accidentally, so clicking on the opening, got the turret. Yeah, I think I mentioned something else about that in a second. I started doing that a lot of late, and you've seen one of the bits I've taken out. Well, let's see what I said, and I'll explain what I was going to say. Here it is. I just never do that, and I'm doing it all the time. Like I said, I never do that all the time. I was getting out. But yeah, as you already seen from this episode, I've already had a few 30Ks. I've lost footage. Like I said, we're probably like 2-3 hours into 4 hours into this at this point, and I've got 90 minutes for you. So you can see I was getting a little bit frustrated here, and there's even little things I don't think I showed. It's like I'm landing a place to attack something. Oh, I thought I was going to a normal station. Because my fists are out, I didn't realise that. Oh, is this the one? Oh, this is the thingy place, Korea, isn't it? That's where I went. Okay, forgot about that. And I went now no weapons because I've lost them before. So I'm looking for a weapon and stuff. Because normally there's AI in it attacking you. But I was saying, I've already had quite a few problems with this particular session, as you know. All sessions at this point. And I've got like 19 minutes worth, about 4 hours for you. But like I was saying, that was the dog interfering with the game itself, the fact I'm not used to certain new things. So I mentioned earlier about the refueling. I looked on it at Mobiglass quickly, but I didn't put it in the episode. And I was like, oh, okay, I've got a gun, nice. Now I can handle it. And this is another part of one of them sessions where I was a little bit... It just wasn't going right for me. And what I mean by that... I'll come around here and I'll explain very quickly. As you see, I'm looking for AI to kill. I'm looking for loot. Because I thought, oh, there could be loot here. Look, there's no one out there. And we'll cut away from this in a second. As you see, I am now leaving. I just probably cut about 20 minutes out for you. I went round the place a couple of times. No one showed up. So, other than getting a nice gun, so I've armed myself, 20 minutes worth of gameplay cut out from me, plus whatever you just seen, to get a gun. So yeah, I got something from it, but it's not really worth that 20 minutes. I'm used to, like, other patches, AI in there. So I could shoot and, you know, get... And with the loot system, I could take their guns, I could take their armour. So I wasn't that successful. So as you can see, I was getting a bit frustrated. I think when I take off here, if I'm not mistaken, I do get attacked. I'm not sure if it's AI or if it's a player. But you see, I'm trying different missions and I'm just trying new stuff out, basically. Don't think I'm not really trying to do refueling for obvious reasons. I don't have a starfire or a proper refueler. And I feel that's really going to come to play when we get Pyro in the game. Right now it's not, so you don't really need it that much. You have enough fuel, you just kind of kill yourself and respawn. So here. And again, as I'm editing this, remember, this is blurred for me seeing this now. When I did it back, whenever I recorded it, it wasn't blurred back then. So I can't tell. Is he speaking? He is, it might be non-play character because he's speaking. But if you look at the map, it looks like there's 2 reds. So there could be someone behind me. Yeah, they're just shot to the side. So is that an unplay character coming in? Is that a player showing up? So I'm trying to, like, just pick... Because again, I can fire 4 at once. I can fire 1, 2, or 3 missiles. I think 2s should be enough to kill them. That's why I'm only doing 2s. And boom. Somebody got me. Probably I said I went in the right corner. Could have been a player. How quick I went. Could have been an unplay character, but it's probably a player. Oh, you know how I said day 2? I put a little note here. I'm going to delete that so you won't see it, because I can tell you. Day 2 started here, so this is the next day. So on my recording, like I said, day 1, 317. This is day 2 of me trying 317. So I've got up, cut all the tram stuff out, and I've gone straight to a mission for you. So average about 4.5 hours, 5 hours of footage. Back then was 22 minutes I got from it, but I thought was worth showing it. And some of that was because I'm messing with that bug with Miss Baggage, wasn't it? With the so-called hologram, with the jokes, and got stuck. Anyway, as you can see, it looks like it's a snowy place I'm at. Oh, please eat this. Yeah, I'm trying to manoeuvre out of the weather and miss. I was like, no, I don't want to die again. I think there's an atmosphere in it, or if it isn't, it's close. And I really struggled with atmosphere when it first came in. I'm trying to get out of the way, and obviously the ground's there, I don't want to hit it. Of course, Freelancer's not the most manoeuvrable ship, especially in atmosphere. You hear him peppering me, I'm trying to get away and get them back on my screen so I can fire and fight back. Oh, speaking of which, I'm apparently going to speak in a minute. It's back then, so let's cut to back then, shall we? Now. Oh. I feel like we're better in space. I'm not good in atmosphere. Well, obviously, what I just said back then, I feel better in space than I do in atmosphere. As you can see, I've gone through all the running the tram again. Now I'm in my Mercury, and I think I already claimed my freelancer waiting on it to come. So I'm doing some mission in Mercury now. See, I'm getting a nice selection of stuff to do. I just can't remember in that, like I said, that section where I lost the footage. Because on day 1 I had 3 recordings, part 1, 2, and 3. Part 2 I lost the footage for it. But I could have been doing mining then, but the fact I was claiming a freelancer was probably without them a freelancer. So I could have done a bit of both. Did mining, came back, claimed it, then jumped to freelancer, lost a freelancer, waited till the next day. Or later session where I sort of got the recording again to claim it, couldn't I? As you can, anyway, you can see it. I'm trying to go. I need to go down there. I'm gonna get shot at. So it's a restricted area. I think there's a bunker I was heading to here. So I'm trying to pull away. So the weather's horrible. I'm cutting a bit here. This is where I'm landing. Again, there's probably about 10 minutes worth, 20 minutes worth there cut out. Not for that particular little tiny section, but the combination getting there, going through the tram and everything, and getting to this point. Here I come down. And as you see, I also put some armour or something on, so I'll actually cut that out for you. I can always make sure I shut my back door. I want someone to play the land and steal it. I think about 900, 1,000 meters away, 800, something like that. And I think I actually made a small comment, but it didn't. I think there was an interruption, like banging as I said it. So, but basically, I should have. There's my knife. I think it was around here as I took it out, but basically, I should have brought a vehicle. And I'm like, I've gone in there, I'm testing it. Okay, I have a knife, they have guns, I've got to help the security people. Just jumped forward again. 10 minutes of probably running there for you otherwise. So I can do this. Last time I tried this, it was with fists. Technically not one guy down and got killed. I have a knife this time. I can do this. That's what I was thinking. Oh, and the new persistent stuff too. Apparently, this, you know, like I've got the snow on me. It wears off, and if you log off, it's gone. Apparently, they said that should literally persist until it melts off and that. That'd be cool. So if you're dirty or something and you log back in, it won't be pristine clean anymore. It'll be dirty still. There we go. Ooh. He's one of ours. Well, I'm supposed to be protecting him. It's quite interesting when you watch back when you actually did it live at the time, because last episode, okay, it may not be last episode, one of the episodes back with depravity, I got shot in the head and I was like, well, who killed me, who killed me? And as I was speaking, it sounded like I was looking at my phone quick because I was trying to find out what the box is. Oh, there's a guy. And if you watch that episode, you saw the guy walk right in front of me. I didn't see him and then shot me in the side. I just thought he came out of nowhere. He actually did. There we go, knifing the guy. God.
Anybody cover me? I need some cover.
And if you didn't guess by the guard and the frantic clicking that was recorded at the time, that part, so I've just left that for you. So, yeah, I like that. I was like, cover me! And I was trying to stay behind him as I wake up with medical lad here. What? I've cut out the other ones. You've seen it. You would have seen it a few times already by now. And I was trying to stay behind him. So when he was shooting at me, look at that guy quickly. I noticed standing up. Like, what's he doing? Why is he standing there? Like, what the? Oh, I need to go this way. Okay. As I say quickly, trying to stay behind him so when he shoot me, he would shoot his buddy, not me. Anyway, I had something to say back then. Like, go to it now. Right, what's that stuff gone? Fuck! Another set of stuff in there goes on mission too. There's one of the swears! As you can see, like, the world just kind of fell apart in 30k, so now I'm going in my carrack! Let's see if this turns out better for me, shall we? I actually had a plan with this. Anyway, apparently I said something back then, like, go to it now, shall we? Oh, I didn't sort these pods out. Oh, okay. I was making a comment on the pods. Basically, the carrack's supposed to have 3 interchangeable modules to be taken out and swap where their pods are. And I think it's something along the lines I was hoping they'll sort that out eventually. Obviously, it's not on their roadmap right now, but it'd be nice when they do, because obviously, instead of being cargo pods. And it's just, I've got here stuck underneath, so I think it's starting well with my carrack here. So instead of being a cargo pod, again, it could be, I don't know, a size pod or anything. A mining pod. We don't know. Anyway, I cut most of this out going through the ship for you. I'll just show you in my character's medical bed. So the idea, I believe, now is let me land at the bunker. If I die, I respawn in my carrick. So you know what happened last time, I then get back out and get the stuff. At least that's the idea. Well, I guess we're going to find out if it actually works or not. So here you get to see my medical room in my carrick very quickly. That's why I kept this bit in a bit longer, just so you can know where I am and see it. It's a tier 2 bed, carrick has. I believe the 600I's get a tier 2 bed too. I always get it mixed up, so tier 2 can respawn you. And I always get mixed up if it's tier 1's the highest or tier 3's the highest. But just for argument's sake, say tier 1's the highest. Basically, tier 1 can cure everything and respawn. Tier 2 can cure anything from tier 1 to 2 and respawn. Tier 3 can only basically cure tier 3 stuff it can't respawn with. I believe the Cutlass Red has, again, I might be mixing 3 and 1 up here. But if 3's the worst, Cutlass Red has the ambulance, the worst one, what's the 3? But again, I keep getting mixed up which is the highest. It's easy with 2. Because also it's the middle ground, but if they put 1 as the top one or they put 3 as the top one. So, anyway, you can see here, I've just cut a little bit there to get to my carrot properly for you, and of course, Colin, can you open the doors? And cut back to me actually leaving. You see, kind of glitchy a little bit there. See there? It like just, you know, the LODs of the game just suddenly popped in as we were leaving then. Like it was black and just like flashed up. But see, she's a mighty ship. Obviously supposed to be a 6-player ship. So to go a little, like I said, my plan is to use the medical spawning bed if I die. I haven't put any vehicles in yet, I haven't tried that. I don't think I've tried that at this point yet. I know in certain points I do try that. I'm just trying to remember, have I edited that yet? In last patch, or was it this patch? Anyway, it might be coming up soon. If I've already done it and you've seen me already try it, then fine. But if you haven't, it's coming up as long as I don't take it out when I come to edit on. I think I put the Merlin in there, and I put the what? Forgot which ground vehicle, one of the ground vehicles in. Anyway, again, just cut out a big chunk and track around to different locations for you to get this bunker. Because again, like I said, I had roughly probably 2 to 4 hours of day 1, and obviously some of the footage was gone, and I probably got about that on day 2. Actually had time to play properly and stuff, and test stuff out. Speaking of which, I'm landing here, and we're going to cut to me leaving the carrick, and apparently I'm about to say something, so let's cut to what I said back then now, shall we? God, it's chilly out here. It's minus 24. Oh god, 26. It's minus 26, Tiffy. God, I can't see hardly. Can I hit it? Yeah. 900 metres away. That's why I'm going to put a vehicle on it. I don't have to travel. It's restricted to shoot at me. So I'm 900 metres away, so I won't get shot at. I did that with the Mercury before, but then I died, and on my way back, obviously it spawns me back where my spawn spot was, not my ship. So I thought I'll bring the carrick, I'll use that, so then at least it's only 900 metres if I die. Because the thing is, I got the weapons, I like New Bag's my favourite place, but they don't sell bloody weapons there. I don't really like using the subby stuff, because obviously you lose after reset everything. Okay, I'm going to have another bit I said back then in a second, but as you can see, as I'm arriving there now, I was talking to SupernovaTiffy directly, not really to you at home, and my whole comment about they don't have weapons and new baggage, I've recently found that they actually do in one of the stores, but back then I didn't realise that before putting in the comments. Yes, they do! I do know now. I didn't back then. Anyway, back to what I said back then now. Okay, 6 are dead. 4, sorry. 4 are dead. Just want to grab a gun and kill and then loot. That wasn't planned for you apparently back then, in a nutshell. Want to get a gun, kill and loot. Simple, it's just like it says on the tin. And I will be coming back to me speaking in a second, but before we do that, let's have a look at this. What was I doing back then? Oh, there's my thingy buddy. And it looks like I'm cutting to it now, so I'll hit just what I said at the time. What cost me? Pick it up. God, seriously. So as you can see, I was struggling with picking the guns up. I think I have one slide in a minute, actually. I'm not sure that's going to be why I'm talking for you all, because I've got another bit coming up where I spoke at the time, so we'll cut that in a second. You can hear the gun fire not long ago. I'm checking around. There's one. Beautiful. Again, I just noticed I got him in the groin. I seem to go for people's groins in Star Citizen and these games. I don't know why. Anyway, that's what I said at the time. Go do it now. You scared me now. Yeah, we're in a hot zone. Why does the guy come running at you? You're like that. Like, move please. Like, anyway, I think I basically banged a bunch of stuff and I had to cut that out. God, for crying out loud. And of course that crying out loud was back then and my foot was going all over the place then. And apparently I have something else to say in a second. Like, go to that bit now. Let's see if the respawn thing works. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The Mercury, sorry. The Carrick. I want to check the Carrick's respawn ability. It's never really worked for me before. And as you can see, I'm in the Carrick. It worked. So now, theoretically, I'll just have to get back out there, grab a gun, get my stuff back so I don't lose it, and loot. So the plan, up to this stage, is working. I'm checking it to make sure it's like, yeah, that's Carrick. I'm not just in like, you know, new baggage or something. I was checking my vitals. And apparently I got more to say, so that's coming up in a second. And I got a feeling swearing's gonna start soon. Here we go. Oh shit, I didn't even think of that. I didn't think of that. Like I said, swearing, and what I didn't think of, when you die you get given a free flight suit. But not if you're spawning in your own ship. So in other words, I should have brought some flight suits with me. Anyway, what did I say at the time? Here we go. There's one drawback to my plan. It worked out, I respawned on my Carrick, I forgot to put other flight suits on it. So in other words, I'm naked now running in the store to try and get my stuff. So normally when you die, they give you a new flight suit, but because it's my Carrick, not that the medical people, that they didn't. Obviously, if I already put some on there, I could just respawn another one. I didn't think of that. I was getting a bit of lag now that the spawn was not good. 14 minutes, I'm going to die of hypothermia at 600 meters away. 15 minutes, okay. It's not help, it's lagging. I killed one, they got killed. Hopefully the mission still goes, I'll at least get paid for it. Get my stuff back, hopefully. So I've not been able to receive my stuff once so far. Because basically every time it's happened to me, it's in the middle of a star, what made no sense. Or the other time it was on a planet, and I got there and it wasn't there, so I guess it blew away or something. But he's inside a bunker, so he should be there. I'm back. Make it in code. Sounds good. Then I got to explain it again because I explained it to SupernovaTiffy. And that's what some of the banging like, in the background while she was doing stuff. Because I was recording on the side, but not directly for the channel at the time, so... Floating gun. So yeah, forgot to bring a flight suit means in a cold planet, that's freezing. But hey, part of the plan worked, just need a couple of flight suits on deck next time. Anyway, apparently I'm going to see something here, let's see what I said. Now. Oh, that worked. Oh, apparently it worked to me looting my stuff there, nice. Okay, and I cut out quickly, obviously me dragging stuff over, equipped in. Because again, it'll take a lot longer to keep it a bit more running, a bit faster for you. Took some pot shots there. Did I get him? Nope, I didn't. I got him that time. Oh, I don't have a helmet on right now. I don't think that's why I don't have a HUD. Because I was thinking like, where's my bullets and that? Or did it glitch on me? Oh, I do have a helmet on. Ah, must have glitched then. And you can see like how you have to drag them across. I think you can then drag them onto yourself, or you can right click and equipped if you've got the space. So I want to keep some of this in to give you, to show you how it takes. And I was like, this time the game's running live, so I can get killed. And there's my dead body. That's me from earlier, so I got my stuff back. And I'm like, oh, medical thing. Can I do anything with it? Oh, this is the gun. This is that floaty gun, I believe. And I'll be cutting back to myself back in time, I guess. What I said at that time in a second. As it might be happening when I try that gun. Let's go to me now, shall we? No, what are you doing? This mission's still on. What's going on with this mission? So as you see, it was like, you know, someone put some money down, who was like fishing or pulling it from me, but with the gun. And then what I was saying was on a mission, if you notice, as I just put it out, I was about to take this guy out, I got the HUD. So I don't have a mission that's running still. I don't have a HUD for my bullets. Like, you know, at the top of the screen it should say, you know, 5 or 6 or 5 or... You know what I'm saying? However many I need to kill and what I've done. Like, he's in the ground. I don't know what's happening. Like, is the mission running still? That's why I brought my mobile glass out quick a minute ago. I'm now looking around. Is there any more to kill? Because like, it may spawn and give me the money if I kill the final person. That's what I'm thinking here. And also I'm looking for loot, because people said, oh, you can loot things in these. As I've just found here. Again, I did a few more cuts, because again, I was probably running around for like, again, roughly 10-20 minutes. Looking for stuff. So again, instead of watching me go round, I've done a few cuts here for you. Because again, I'll probably end up here doing a few runs for about an hour at least. I'm going to do another cut in a minute, probably heading out. You see, I'm trying to get this stuff, and it's like, I can't fit it. So like, okay, I'm going to leave. Drop these at the Carrick. So again, if I had a vehicle, it would have been better. And come back for them. And, you know, make some stuff. Because again, I don't think I've sold anything yet that I found at this point. So I also want to test that out too. You can sell your loot now. Before you could loot, but you couldn't sell it. Now you can sell it, at least in this patch. Again, I've cut out, as you can see, most of the journey. We're going to cut again to me in the Carrick. Well, sorry. Getting in the Carrick. Almost in it. And of course, the Carrick has a huge cargo. So of course, if my ship gets blown up now, I'll lose all this stuff. But at this moment, I'm like, okay, let's store this here and go back in. You can see I'm taking some stuff off here. Like, yeah, I don't even need to bring my food, it's just out there. As you can see, I think I start taking some of this stuff off and I will cut again so you don't see me take everything. Because again, it's not the most interesting thing to watch. Take my helmet off because A, I can breathe air in this place, and B, I can put a helmet on, it's more to carry. Trouble is, I'm kind of going in there defenseless with no weapons if a player showed up or something. Or they decide to respawn, or I've missed one of non-player characters. But like I said, I've probably spent 10-15 minutes cut out, walking around, and there's nobody in there. At least when I was doing it a minute ago. So I'm back in the place. And I do know now, as long as I get too cold, he can make it back and forth. Now roughly 40 minutes, as long as the weapon go even worse, it's got like 2 minutes or something on him. Here we go down. See him cut back. See, I found some loot boxes here. And you see, made sure to bring my backpack this time to help. And some medical stuff, because again, I think they sell for like 2,000, whatever, or at least you buy them for $2,000 or something. So again, it's not a lot of money when you start doing the big missions, but early on, it's a lot finding them. Here to give you an indication of whatever stuff I find. Look at all these weapons in here, some helmets. And the way they're supposed to be set up is you only find things in this that should technically be there. So in other words, it's like there's a drug baron, you can find drugs in there. If this is a certain gun that's used by this group, that gun will be in there. If this is a gun that, say, no one in this group ever uses, unless a player puts it in there, there won't be that in there when it spawns, etc. Just stuff that theoretically could spawn. Oh, they're shipping out weapons, or then again, a bunch of weapons could be there. And see, I'm like, okay, if I carry one, I can carry more. Plus, also, defense, I have to. Like, he's stuck in the ground. Until I touched him, and then he's just looking at me weirdly. With his cold dead eyes. But look, these are helmets, I can't see it. But again, that's the type of helmet I like to wear. You know, I prefer the dark red one. I actually think since they've changed this, I don't think I've been to, back to Grimex to see if they have my helmet anymore. Speaking of which, I had something to say back then. I got it now. Tiffy, there's my dead body. Look, it's me. I was dead. I mean, why I died? Because they shot me in the face. That normally kills you. I was coming back and looting some of the stuff, getting some weapons, putting them in my character. She didn't really pick SupernovaTiffy up because she was in the back of the room, but obviously, luckily, as you see me putting some of the stuff in my character, like I explained, man, heading back again. That's I was like, what? What do you mean? Why did I die? So I was answering, repeating a question. I guess I'm trying to say. Why did you die? Because I got shot in the face. It tends to kill you. Well, it does, doesn't it? Oh, here. I wasn't sure if I was getting a little finger. Like I thought I heard like a ship. So I think that's what I was looking around like. Did I hear a ship fly over? So I was getting a little bit there. I wasn't sure if I heard a ship fly over or something. Speaking of which, I had stuff to say again. Let's go to it now. Oh God. What? No, not right now. God, they woke up, they woke up. Shit. Yeah, I think someone spawned this mission to us respawning. Shit. I was coming in for one last look. One last thingy, but I think I gotta get out of here. Okay, quick, because I was leaving weapons behind, so I could loot everything. Come on. Shit! Let me jump! Oh God, I panicked then. I panicked and still managed to get a groin shot in, you know it. We'll go back to me in a second, but yeah, I completely panicked. I think I explained what exactly happened then too, and I see him bleeding out, so I'm like running around now, trying to find the exit, and I couldn't find the exit. Yeah, and obviously with a view like that, it's made, you know, with the colour, because I'm bleeding out, it makes it even harder to tell. And of course, I just dropped all my medical stuff in the character, so I kind of need to find something in here, like to loot with medical in, or I need to get to my character to get it quick. Anyway, let's cut to what I said back then. Coming up now, I believe. Bleeding out, I'm gonna die. I'm power bleeding, I'm gonna die. And I've got another bit. Well, it's going to be longer, so I'll be back to talk to you after whatever I said back then. Let's go to it now, shall we? Now, I believe. Oh, God. Why did I fucking panic? I'm going to bleed out, I'm going to bleed out, I'm going to bleed out. Shit. I panicked and I slammed my mouse against the keyboard and he shot me. But I had to pull it back and kill him, but then I bled out because I didn't bring any medical things with me. Because I was just looting, but someone spawned the fucking mission so they all came back alive. Ah! I was trying to get back to my character then, but I didn't get there in time, so I should spawn there, but I need to go back out and get my fucking body. I want my backpack back. I was going to go one more trip and get the last bit of there was more loot than that, but I think it's taking a long time. So we're gonna get one last trip and then call it, head to a thing and drop this stuff off, not tempt fate, and the next thing they all spawn. It's like, no. Oh, my backpack back if I can grab that though. I don't understand, when I first come out it seems to lag like mad. Come on! Close the door. Okay. So it's 800 meters away. But yeah, either they respawn for so long or someone's basically accepted the mission and is on the way to it. So I'm gonna grab my pod and get out. To make 15,000 from it, but I think what I need is a vehicle up there so I can store stuff in the vehicle for the loot in future. Okay, that's bullshit. I went to F4 and went back and it's taken away my body thingy. Great, let me just visually look for it. Shit, I think I know where it went. There's a ship there, I bet he grabbed my body. Fuck. He got my backpack. I can't believe him. There's a ship over there, I bet he grabbed my body, that's why it disappeared. How can he get a ship so close? Why was on there? It just shot at me. Okay, I'm back. So basically, as you see, it went laggy as hell. I was super frustrated. I swore a lot then, so I apologise for that because I tried to take my swearing out if I do it. But apparently, when I'm playing and I'm not directly doing it for the channel, I seem to swear more. I've noticed. Anyway. But you see how laggy it got and stuff, and I believe I ended up abandoning my backpack. Because I was like, I went out there, I did F4, I think that's what I was getting at, and I think my body symbol disappeared, you know, the marker. But then I clicked, it's probably because somebody just looted me. So I'm going to go over there naked, I'm going to be killed, so I just turned back around. And I cut a bit of my running obviously out for you. Because again, you won't see much, you'll see me like a slow-mo, like, screenshot mode almost, won't you? Man, because I was barely moving because of the lag, but it wasn't helping. So if I was going to deal with somebody, and I'm like, I can't move for 30 seconds, the guy would be just like, what's this guy doing? Aim, and I'm dead again. So I thought it was best to get out there because I got some loot. I lost a backpack, but I've got some loot, so I can make some money. Don't know if I passed the actual mission because maybe I messed up. So you can see I'm heading back to the station now, and obviously, as you've seen from these 2 days, I've not had the best of. I've had some fun, but not the best of time when it's coming to making money. So I want to at least get this loot back, and even if it's not worth much, I succeeded. And my plan of going there, using the carrot to respawn and get my stuff and getting out and selling some stuff was a success. Assuming I can land here and not get killed at the last second. But yeah, once again, because I don't try to... Like I said, I normally keep it, as soon as he swears or priority does, I keep it in for them. But generally me, I try, unless it works or fits, or it's for a storyline like an IWD, I try to keep it out when I do it. I tend to go try and say fudge more or something when I want to. But some of these backsuckers, it kind of adds, especially when I don't have much to say anyway. Obviously, like you saw, there's a lot of noise. Even when I was talking to SupernovaTiffy, you hear in the background, clink, clink. Or when that dog was going off for, like I said, about 30-40 minutes of the episodes, like that I took out. And the fact I wasn't playing directly to... Well, hello everybody, welcome to Star Citizen, and now I'm talking the next 30 minutes, I'll be doing a 30-minute episode. I was kind of just trying stuff, and bits of this I can pull it in and out if it gets good. Now you can see how tight then, before I cut here to show you get some of my stuff and some of the loot I got, how tight the Carrick's fits into its hangar space. It's slightly bigger. But apparently slightly bigger, it would be the biggest hangar space in the game, and it wouldn't be able to basically land. So it's literally right up to the measurements. It makes it hard to manoeuvre, as you can tell. Especially when in some places I've been, and they start to shut the door on you when you're trying to land nice and slow, and then, you know, slam into half of your carriage. It means you've got to take a bit of speed to get in. Like, that has been a problem I've had in this game a few times. But remember, it's pre-alpha, so bugs and stuff like that, so it'll be fine-tuned and fixed. And here, I don't think I showed, I didn't show everything, but I gave you a rough idea of me transferring it to the main inventory of the station. And here you can see some of the prices of some of the stuff I got. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And again, like I said, I've got 317 day 3. I'm going to be trying to edit for next week for you. And I'm hoping I can squeeze day 4 in it, or 5 as well. We'll see. Depending how much it's good stuff there versus... So again, this is probably 4, 5, 6 hours worth. And I've got you 55 minutes from it. So we'll see what's like. Because I think that's just me messing around, just me trying again on my own. Not really directly for the channel, but we'll see what I did. Anyway, like, subscribe, that good stuff. And see you next time. I've been IVATOPIA. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching. And we are going to catch this backlog up eventually. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.